hear that music? By golly, that tells you right now that we're going to be visited by the Rock and Roll Express. Rick Morton and Robert Gibson. Hey, Robert, don't pass me up. Okay, you're going right on by me right there, big buddy. No, hey, by golly, I'll tell you one thing. It's really good to see you guys back here.
You know, Lance, it's a good pleasure to be back home here in Memphis, Tennessee. We've been gone for a while. We're looking forward to being here just a long, long time.
Okay, you look like you're feeling a little better, and I saw you here a couple of weeks ago.
That's right, Lance. You know, since we've been in this area, it's been a tag team here's been trying to run over the Rock and Roll Express. And I'm talking about the Popo family. Well, brothers, you come to the ring and you tried everything you do to dispose of us, but you see, we're still here today. So let me tell you something, Randy Savage. Now, brother, you try to power drive me, not to beat me, to put me out of professional wrestling.
Right.
And when you're out of professional wrestling, Lance, who can pay your bills? I can't. So, Randy Savage, let me tell you one thing. Rock and roll is here, and we're here to stay. And if you get in our way, brother, we're going to dispose of you, and I'm telling you that right now. Woo!
Automatically, we had a lot of bad feeling with you guys. We're really been interested in seeing you out here, and delighted to see the Rock and Roll Express, Rick Morton and Robert Gibson back.
Opportunity!
Hey.
Get their autograph, folks. No. We got a chance to get an autograph from the Popos, man. Get them back here. Get an autograph from the Popos.
Whoa, hey, you guys,
Man.
just go on out. No.
Yeah.
Come on.
Macho Man Randy Savage, 6033. You know, I think a lot at night, Lance Russell, and I think real hard and deep. Sometimes stark naked on my balcony at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I can think of a lot of ways to hurt you guys. Oh, yeah.
Come on, we got another match scheduled.
Oh, man, come on.
Hey, come on, Randy. Come on, now, you got another match
Tell
scheduled.
them to get their autograph book, man. They're missing
Come on,
their
let's cool it.
opportunity.
Hey, come on, they got another match. We got to get this underway. Come on, Robert, please.
Lance, my brother does not always stand on his dignity. Lance, are we on the air at all?
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lance, if I was as bad as the Rock and Roll Express said, would I not have taken my sword and pierced right through him and served him to you, Lance, en crochet? But you know why I didn't do that? Because I'm a wonderful person. My heart is filled with only love. The secret of my flaming spirit cast athwart into the ebonist tide. Poetry. The pen is mightier than the sword. They're just proving our point. The allegations they have sworn to are nothing but slander and lies. Ladies and gentlemen, they have lost. Not once, but twice, right in front of the eyes of the television public, and still they want more. I say cast athwart.
Well, it ain't all over with. That's by a long shot, and I'll tell you, Randy, we're going to be game.
Woo! I feel so good today, man. Right now, I'm going to show you the greatest professional athlete in the world today, baby. King Kong Bundy! Come on!
This is the greatest professional athlete in the world. Chapter 297 for Jimmy
I think he's got something he wants to talk about, baby.
You know, a lot of people, Lance, be quiet, I'm talking. A lot of people just want to know why I'm in Memphis, Tennessee. Let me tell you something. I don't want to be in a hick town like Memphis, Tennessee. I could be in New York, London, Tokyo. Promoters all over the world are calling King Kong Bundy and want my services. But I got a score to settle here in Memphis, Tennessee. Jerry Lawler, I was that close to a world title shot. For almost 2 years, I was undefeated. Going for that world title, and I came here to Memphis for a tune-up match against you, punk. That's all you are, is a tune-up for Bundy. And what happened? You're paid-off referees and your steel chairs. You gained a win over King Kong Bundy, and not many men can say that. Well, let me tell you something, you scrawny little geek. I'm back here to pay you back. I called the Memphis Promoters. I called all over the country. I said, get me a match with Lawler. I don't care when. I don't care for how much. And nobody could get me the match. They said the word, Lawler's happy. He got a win over you. He knows he can never do it again, and he's happy. So what did I do? I called the man. The one man I knew, Lawler, would know how to get you into the ring. I called Jimmy Hart, and he found a solution. Tell him, Jimmy.
You're right, baby. And what did I tell you, Bundy? What did I tell you, baby?
You told me money. You told me money is Lawler's downfall. That's all he cares about.
That's right, pal, because I used to manage Lawler, and that's all he used to ever talk about 5.5 years ago while we're riding up down the highways. Money, money, money. Hey, listen, this guy can beat Lawler every day of the week, and you know it. He used a chair, and you saw him use a chair. Oh, he didn't? He did. But that's okay. That's okay, because we've got what we want. I told Bundy, I said, Bundy, you want a match with him, you got to come up with some green, baby, some money, because I know Lawler, I know his ego, and he'll do anything for money. So what happened, baby? Who was right? The greatest manager in the world, baby. I was right once again. We came up with a little plan we got the match, man. A $10,000 challenge match. $10,000. And Lawler signed it. I'll tell you how it's going to work, baby. I thought you never asked. Here's the way it works, pal. If Lawler can stay in the ring with King Kong Bundy for 1 minute, then you get $1,000. Come here, right here.
Right there, Daddy.
$1,000. There's $1,000 there. Now, if Lawler stays in the ring for 2 minutes, he gets $2,000. If he can go 5 minutes, Lawler, you get $5,000. But let me tell you something, baby. You ain't going to get 5, you ain't going to get 10, you ain't going to get nothing. Why? Because King Kong Bundy in 30 seconds is going to get rid of you once and for all, right, Bundy? What are you going to do to him, baby?
You people in Memphis, you never saw your king go down in 1 minute. Well, you're going to see it Monday night in Memphis. He's gone down. Cold, hard cash is your downfall, Lawler.
$1,000 a minute is what...
$1,000 a minute, baby, but you'll never last
Against
30
Lawler?
seconds. That's right, against Lawler.
I'm glad he's got the 10 grand. I see it. Boy, I am telling you. Sometimes I wonder about Hart. I just can't believe some of the things that this guy comes up with. He's associated with some strange ones. Hey, let me give you the entire skinny on what's going to be. And boy, I'll tell you, that is some kind of a super card. I can't wait to see him part with some of that bread. $1,000 a minute he's offering to you. Now, me, I could understand that, but you, I don't even believe they're that dumb.
Well, I understand that he was very upset about the fact that when he came in here a few weeks ago, I won the match, as simple as that. Let me just say that he did contact the promoter, Eddie Marlin. He said he wanted a rematch. But you see, I've been real busy. I've been real busy trying to get a match with another coward, you know. I've been real busy trying to get Rick Rude back in the ring for a Southern Heavyweight title match because he's always running his mouth about how bad he wants me, but I can't get him to sign for a match. So, you know, I was busy with that. I didn't have time for Bundy. But now he's come up with this little plan of his, and he's come up with a way for me to win another $10,000. So I'm more than glad to put my name on the line. And let me just tell you something, Hart, and you something, Bundy. If you think for 1 minute that anybody, I don't care if it's King Kong Bundy or I don't care if it's Nick Bockwinkel, or you can go get 10 of the best wrestlers in the world, if you think they can beat me in 1 minute, you got another thing coming, brother. Because the man ain't never been created that can beat the king in less than a minute. And King Kong Bundy is certainly not him. And when I get him in that ring, I'm going to run around him so fast and so hard and so furious that that tongue of his is going to be hanging out and look like a necktie. And when the 10 minutes is gone, he's going to have to hand me $10,000. You see, I don't have to worry about beating that big fat slob. All I have to worry about is staying in there with him for 10 minutes and taking his 10 grand. And believe me, Hart's right about one thing. I like money, brother. And Monday night, I plan on being $10,000 richer, Lance.
Okay, Jared. You got the plan, and there's the man that'll be able to carry it out. 10 grand is any offering for him Monday night. Just one of the sensational matches. We hope you'll join us. We'll be back in just a moment. Here at Pork Chop Cash, and by golly, Chops, we are delighted to see that the path that you have chosen recently is going real well, my friend.
Yes, Lance. You know, you saw what happened last week, right?
Oh, yeah, in the Southern Tag Championship bout.
Right. You know.
Belts held up.
This don't come every day. This only come one time, and one time alone. But you know, Lance, for me, things come very hard. But let me tell you one thing, Spoiler, you and Hickerson. Brother, last week, me and Dutch pissed some on him. Let me tell you.
Right.
You know, they thought they was going to go out and have somebody just to push around. But we had a surprise for them. But Spoiler, you and Hickerson, Monday night, we got another surprise for you. Brother, we coming at you, and we coming at you hard. So Hickers, you and Spoiler, y'all wear your belt. You better wear them to bed at night, Sunday night.
Oh, the belts are held up, so they will.
Oh!
You guys will be just even.
That even better.
Yes,
that
sir.
even better. So when they bring the belt to the ring, I want you to look at them. Because maybe the last time you're going to look at them, Spoiler, you and Hickers. Because me and Dutch Mantell, we coming to that ring, Daddy. And we coming there for one thing, and one thing only. To whip on you and that Spoiler. So don't you
Okay,
forget it.
Chops, we're wishing you a lot of good luck.
Thank
in
you,
there today,
Lance.
And I'll tell you, they're up
Thank
for
you very
grabs,
much.
and hope you and Dutchman come out with them.
Brother, we
appreciate it.
thank
All
you.
right, do it. Everything you can on it. Okay, Brother Dave, I think we got some action coming up
right
out
now.
of
I'm going to turn the mic over to him, and he has someone very large that he's going to be talking to.
Okay, let me pick this one up, Dave. I'm sorry. I don't know whether I will or not. Let me borrow your mic, if I may, please. Thank you. Okay, guy I want to bring in here right now, I think a lot of the Folks know already, certainly in the USFL cities, they know him, Big Ron Mikolajczyk, who is offensive tackle for the Memphis Showboats. Ron, welcome back, partner. And I think for those who may not know, you have had a wrestling career in the past. Of course, you played with the New York Giants in football, and you are now phasing back an off-season into wrestling, not full-time. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed. You had a single match for your opener, and you're kind of a little nervous, and you came back with a tag match with Eddie Gilbert, and by golly, you're looking great.
Well, thank you very much. I was really lucky to have a good match last week, and what I was equally lucky is to have Eddie Gilbert as a partner, and it made everything a lot easier. And he's teamed up with me again this week, and hopefully we'll have another fine match.
You look like you're feeling more at home in the wrestling ring now, and things seem to be falling into place for you.
Well, it's a little bit different in football, like I said before, but I'm starting to feel a lot better out there, and I'm really enjoying it now.
Listen, I want to put you on a spot here for just a second and jump back to the football world. Of course, this is being taped prior to the big championship game coming up between Arizona and Philadelphia. And how do you see it? That's the big USFL championship with Philadelphia and Arizona going on. How do you see it?
Well, Arizona used to be the old Chicago team, and they transferred over there.
What a transition.
Unbelievable.
Made, huh?
They had a slow start, but they really came on strong. Yeah. Philadelphia is a good team, and I had I was very fortunate to play against both teams, both here with the Bandits and also here with the Showboats. And I tell you, I really have to give the edge to Philadelphia. They got too much offense. Too much offense.
I gotta tell you, speaking of offense, this guy's got a lot of it too. Ron, we're delighted to have you around. We hope maybe you'll make it a place to be around with us throughout the entire off season. Okay?
I love it here and I love Memphis.
Okay, Ron Mikolajczyk, a dandy of a guy, and I want to tell you, some whale of a football player too. We're going to be back in action here in just a moment.
Something, chump. Get out here! I am sick to my stomach about this Mikolajczyk, this second-rate has-been football player from a second-rate minor league football team called the Memphis Showboats. It makes me sick to my stomach that this guy could come out here and shoot off his big mouth and brag about him being a professional football player. What really burns me up now, Jimmy, he says he's a professional wrestler. Hey, baby, you're no wrestler, chump. You're a joke. You're a has-been. The Memphis Showboats are a joke. They're a has-been. They're a minor league football team. Make way for the big boys. Mikolajczyk, the minor league season is over. Make way for the NFL and the Oakland Raiders, baby.
Listen to you, Knocker. Will you get him up in the ring?
You know, I realize that this isn't a gridiron here, but boy, I'd love to get him out here one-on-one in the ring. I know I got a match with Pork Chop Cash.
That's
Wouldn't
right.
it be great, though? What?
That's right. You got a match coming up with Pork Chop Cash out here.
Well, what about we bring this big chump Mikolajczyk? He's got the guts to come out here and face me in the ring. Are you trying to protect him or something?
No, I'm not trying to protect him. He doesn't need any protection from anyone.
Yeah. He needs lots of protection. I like to face him in the ring one-on-one here, just like on AstroTurf, nose to nose, man to man. But I know he hasn't got the guts. Right, Jimmy? He's chicken, and you're trying to cover up for him.
As an
well, that's all right.
He does the protection. He protects quarterbacks.
As an offensive tackle, he means nothing to me, man. I was a nose guard and a defensive tackle for the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys.
Don't get into this now, Ron. We don't have to listen to anything. This guy's just sitting here putting out conversation is all.
I played 6 years in the NFL. It's my 11th year of professional football. And you think I'll let some bozo like you start running your mouth, baby? You got something coming. Hey.
We don't need the arguments in here.
I'm a has-been. I tell you what. You want a blocking contest, bozo? Go inside there. Quit running your mouth and do something for a change.
Hey, come on.
I've got a match. I'd like to get in the ring with you, Mikulojek. There's nothing better than I'd love to do that, baby. But I got a match with Pork Chop Cash right now.
I realize that.
I got a match with Pork Chop Cash.
He's standing up there. That's the only thing I could say. He's inside the ring. That's where you were trying to get him, and he's up there right now. What's going to happen with that, Jimmy? He's just standing there.
He's got a match scheduled with Pork Chop Cash. I guess you want to rearrange the TV show, huh?
Oh, I see. The whole tune's changed now.
Hey, you think you're so smart? Well, I'll show you what I'll do, chump.
Come on, baby. That's good. Take care of it. Yeah, right. Come on, baby.
Ooh, stand by for this, Dave. Pork Chop.
Pork Chop out of the ring. He ain't going to fight too, man.
Out of the ring right now.
I like it right there.
Hey, what is this with a helmet?
Come on,
Hey, come on, man. What's with a helmet?
What's with the helmet, man?
Oh, Ron doesn't have a helmet.
Well, he's a Pollock. He don't have to have a helmet on. You know how thick his head is.
Oh, that looks like about something. Well, this first time we've ever had anything. Oh, he pulled it off.
Helmet off.
Okay.
What are you going to say now?
Okay.
Come on, what are you going to say now, baby?
All right, on the left, you're looking at Jim Neidhart, formerly of the Oakland Raiders and the Dallas Cowboys. Ron Mikulajczyk of the Memphis Showboat, offensive tackle against the defense. Look at here we are. Oh! Hey! Way to go, Ron.
It's offside. Offside, baby. He jumped the gun. He jumped the gun. Offside. Mikulajczyk jumped the gun right there.
You hear that? Offside.
Offsides, baby.
Jimmy, I will give you credit for one thing. You think up the greatest excuses and reasons anybody in the world. As far as I saw, he put him down.
He had him down, no doubt.
Yeah, we're doing it
You
again.
going to do it again?
Let's get a close-up on the camera.
Okay. Ron on the right. Jim Neidhart on the left. They're set and ready. Once again. All right.
That's what he gets hit
Oh, that's
offsides,
typical
man.
of what you do. Come on. Fair and square, he gets up there, and then Neidhart grabs a helmet. Here comes Waller. And Rude. Rude. Neidhart goes back and catches Ron. He was getting up. Rude going after Lawler, cutting from behind. Rude holding on to Lawler. Hart with a helmet. Slams down on. Hey, Eddie, can we get something? This is terrible. A decent sporting proposition with Mikulajczyk and Neidhart. Here comes the new generation. You ought to get them out of here. That's disgraceful.
That right there is a $1,000 fine on the new generation and Lawler for hitting the ring, baby.
Don't forget Rick Rude, too.
Don't forget Jimmy Hart. He was the first one in there.
Yeah, he's the first one that jumped in there. You're right. Boy, I tell you, you try to have a halfway decent sporting contest, and with guys like Hart and that crew that he gets around him, like Neidhart and Rick Rude and all of them, there is no way in the world. Ron Mikulajczyk flat knocked him back twice. Now, there was no two ways about it. I don't care whether there was any offsides to it or whatever he's talking about. It never happened. He just nailed him and knocked him back twice. We're going to take time out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Did you hear old Hambone out here bawling and moaning and groaning, saying what he was going to do and all that? That boy don't even know what he's going to do. He don't even know where he's at.
Well,
He's standing out here talking about us. Boy's nuts.
One thing I do know, I don't see any Southern tag belts around the waist of the spoiler.
You don't see it around him either, do you?
No.
That boy, by the white backers, he ain't got good sense. He gonna stand out here and tell us what he's gonna do to us? Let me tell you something. You're not in the league with us there, Sambo. You ain't never gonna be in the league. If you don't want to wrestle Hicks the Country Boy, you better start opening matches. Because I tell you what's gonna happen. We're gonna get through, we're gonna beat you and humiliate you, and that boy is going to take off running and run clear out of the Coliseum, and lo and behold, probably old Eddie Marlin probably had to run him down to about 5 states from here and beg him to come back, and he's going to get down on his knees and say he don't want no more matches with us. But I'll promise you one thing, Ham Bone, Rastus, whatever your name is, after Monday night, I'm going to beat you, humiliate you so bad that I'll promise you 2 things. When you come out of that ring, I'm going to give you 2 black eyes and a big old fat lip.
Okay, Phil, very funny. Hey, why don't you just leave?
Didn't you see me giving him a black eye?
Will you leave? I've heard all of you. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a break.
Out 2 black eyes
out here. Wait a minute. Hold it just a second. Before you hold it, run off. Don't run off here on it, Eddie, and he's got with him the King and Ron Mikulajczyk.
Yeah, before you go to a break here, we just got something we want to add. Now, you've already gone over the Memphis card. Well, after this little shenanigans that Rude and Neidhart want to pull out here, they want to get funny, they want to get crazy. Well, we'll do it, too. We went back, we talked to Eddie Marlin. Let's add another little match. You know, it's real difficult. It's been real hard for me to get Rick Rude in the ring. Well, now it seems Monday night, after everything's over, Eddie Marlin has been kind enough to add one more match. Neidhart and Rude against Mikulajczyk and Lawler, brother. So come on down, because I want to tell you something, Neidhart. He's got a football helmet, too, brother, and we're going to have it there, and I promise you this, you're going to get the beating of your lives. And, Rude, I've been waiting for you, you backfighter. Brother, I'm going to take all my frustrations out on you Monday night, so be there, jerk.
It's all scheduled just added to it.
That's right. The match is just like they are, and this is extra added match.
More for the money. All right, Ron, you're going to get
I played 11 years of professional football, never lost a tooth. I come in here, get hit with a helmet, I lost my tooth. Neidhart, you're going to lose a lot more than your teeth Monday.
Oh, what a fight that one's getting up to be. Lawler and Mikulajczyk going against Rude and Neidhart in there, and it'll be added onto the card Monday night. Back in just a moment. Now let's take a break. Tommy Wildfire Rich going back into the singles spotlight to face the international heavyweight champion, Mr. Ito, for that crown. And I don't really consider it an upset because Tommy has been a world-class single wrestler for years, and he went in there and beat Ito. I think the interesting thing is the guy that really taught him how to wrestle from the very beginning, Tojo Yamamoto, was back in his corner. I want you to watch this with Ito. Ito off the second rope. And as he fell after Rich, no such luck. Tommy out of the way. Here comes Yamamoto up on the ring apron as Hart has jumped up across the ring. Yamamoto on the ring apron, and as Jimmy comes through, Yamamoto comes through. I don't know whether we're going to have a disqualification. Hart comes back, nails Rich in the back of the neck with a flagpole. Ito counts 2, and Tommy beat it by a hair. Just barely beat that count. Backdrop, and Ito goes down. Tommy Rich, who was that close. Uh-oh. Hart was sold as he got in the ring, fired it on Tommy Rich. There's a cover. 1, 2. And Rich kicks out again. Hart is saying, what do I have to do to get a 3 count? Rich over in the corner as Ito goes for the throat. Yamamoto putting his nickels worth in. Here comes Ito. Rich back to his feet. Fires Salt right in the eye of Ito. Covers him with a flying press. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new champion. Title holder is Tommy Rich. Defeats Mr. Ito. Tojo was the instrument.
In the ring right now, the new generation.
Oh, Jimmy, have I got enough trouble with you today? Right here.
Let me tell you something, Russell. I'm going to make this short and sweet. You know, all week long I have had to live with a picture of that film. I've been watching that VCR all week long. Let me ask you something. Where is justice? Eddie Martin, if he's not asleep in the back on that couch in the back, he had to see the VCR of that film right there. He knew that Tojo Yamamoto threw salt, gave salt to Tommy Rich and threw it in his eyes. Am I not right or wrong? Now, why didn't he come out here and reverse the decision? I'll tell you why. Because he is prejudiced against Jimmy Hart, just like everybody is. Well, let me tell you something, Pally. I am sick and tired of being shoved around. You know, 5 or 6 weeks ago, I was flying off to different parts of the areas, different parts of the country, doing a lot of wrestling. And people probably thought, well, what's Jimmy Hart done? Has he left here? Has he gotten soft-hearted? He's not going to be back here anymore. Well, let me tell you what, baby. Nobody will ever run me away from this area. This is my backyard. Tojo, you listen to me, pal. You listen to me now, and you listen to me good. I am not going to let somebody come in here. I hate old clothes, I hate old cars, and I hate old people, man. And I promise you this, Tojo, I'm going to get rid of you once and for all. This is 1984, not 1954, baby. He tried to humiliate me. The people have come in here and tried to run me off, and I've overcome them. Danny Davis had the Bombers, but he's gone. I'm the mentor to Jimmy Cornette and them, but he's gone now. Sonny King had teams, and they're gone. Well, baby, nobody gets rid of Jimmy Hart, and nobody comes in here and tries to run this show, baby, but me. You understand that? We're going to hurt you, Tojo. We're going to hurt you, and we're going to hurt you bad, pal. Now, let me say something to these two guys up here right now. I want you to listen to me because you're young and you are dumb, and I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifetime. One chance and one chance only. If you want to step out of that ring, boys, step out of that ring right now and go back to my dressing room and sit down, and I'll talk to you when this match is over because we're going to kill this guy up here. Then I might give you a chance to join the First Family if you want that. If you decide to stay with Tojo, then I'm telling you right now, and I mean what I'm telling you. I mean what I say right here today. I mean it, boy. I mean it. Then we're going to hurt both of you, or maybe one of you, or all three of you today. Now, it's your decision. You've got 1 second. 1 second. Okay, you want to stay with him? Okay, that's good. Tojo, today is going to be the biggest mistake and day of your life. Bart Batten and Will Hoyt, I wouldn't be in your shoes for $1 million because I'm fixing to unleash these guys on you right now. I am responsible for this man when he came from Japan, Maso Ito. You know what you are, Tojo? You Ichibano Kama boy, baby. Ichibano Kama boy. I am responsible for him. Ito, I want you to get mad, baby.
Jimmy.
I want you to get mad. I want you to get mad, Ito. Are you mad? Animal. I want you to get mad. We're going to kill him. You understand what I'm saying?
Get out of here, Jimmy. You are insane. I wonder about you sometimes. Now I know. I'm telling you, I don't think he's scared anybody except just making a guy. This guy, he's lost. He loses the International Heavyweight title. You have lost part of it. I'm telling you.
We are underway. Expiration of time. Johnny Wilhoit. Mark Batten. The new generation. That's Johnny Wilhoit in there now. And he's in there against Ito. Ito's partner, the Animal, back in the corner. Ito with a hip toss. Tag made on the Animal. The Animal going after Johnny Wilhoit. Jimmy Hart over in the corner of the Animal and Ito trying to work him into a frenzy before the match, before the bell sounded for the match. Tojo Yamamoto and the New Generation were listening to all of the conversation, watching all of that. And Tojo, I saw him telling the New Generation, look, don't let him sidetrack.
I said, baby, I've had a lot eaten on me this past week. The towns I go to, people have the signs hard as a winner. Because of Lawler and these freaks like that. I'm telling you, you're going to see a new Jimmy Hart from now on. I'm going to get my nose into everything I can stick my nose into. And before it's over, we're going to have every belt in this territory. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear that.
And today's the start of it. Like I said, baby, these kids are going to be hurt. Tojo's going to be hurt. I'm going to get rid of them once and for all. Nobody comes in my backyard, man.
Well, they've already got one of your titles out of the first family. Big Animal drops down with a leg. Boom on Johnny Wilhoit.
Wilhoit being choked by the Animal.
I was looking at Tojo over here around the ringside. He was coming over and cleaned Jimmy's plow, and Jimmy did the smart thing. He turned around and ran.
Come on, baby. Say, hey, let me tell you something, pal. I'm not scared of anything and anybody. There's no fool like an old fool. This is 1984, Tojo, not 1954. And I'm going to make you regret the day you ever came back to this area with Jimmy Hart. You understand that?
Ito goes for the eyes. He doesn't try to wrestle. He's just raking him across the eyes. Johnny Wilhoit. Woo.
Wilhoit really taking a beating early in the match here. The match is just a little over 2 minutes old. Wilhoit's been in there all the way, and the Animal biting him on the forehead or something like that. Had him back up on the ropes anyway. Wilhoit now on the top rope. Jimmy Hart nails him from outside. Ito snaps his neck, and the Animal comes after him with a boot.
Yamamoto getting stirred up over there, Dave. He looks like he's ready to make it 3-on-2 or 3-on-3 is the case because Hart out here.
That's Ito. Picks Wilhoit up by the hair, chops him. Masahito from Osaka, Japan. And Jimmy Hart, look at Hart. Tojo round, got within about 4 feet of Hart, and Hart turned on the afterburner and left. And back at ringside, Ito. Still working on Johnny Wilhoit.
How do you like that, Russell? What do you think, baby? What's the matter, wheelchair? Tojo's wheelchair not working for him.
New Generation gets the tag. Mark Batten comes in after both of them. Batten nailing first the Animal, then Ito. The Animal out of there, just Ito and Batten. Whoa, Batten came in too quick.
Yep, sure did.
Boy, that's just what they wanted, was an opportunity. And they've got it now as Ito immediately leaped on Mark Batten. The Animal working from outside. Hart threw off his white jacket.
They had hurt Johnny Wilhoit. He's back up on the ring apron, Dave, but he's certainly not any full power. And look at Hart over here.
Boy, Hart really inserting himself in this match. The referee's attention's diverted across the way. Many cases in this match, it's been 3 against 1. Either Hart, Ito, and Animal against Wilhoit, or in this case, Batten. Mark Batten in the ring. Tag has been made. Masahito goes out. Animal comes in. There's a choke. Referee gets that stop, at least temporarily. Haven't seen a wrestling move, I don't believe, out of this corner over here yet.
Not one single wrestling move out of it. And how you could even call these guys wrestling.
Let me tell you something. Like I said, baby, if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm sick and tired of being pushed around. I'm sick and tired of people thinking they can run Jimmy Hart around here. You can forget it. Look at the people. The people are stunned. Look at them, baby. Why don't you play your music? You know their song is right. Let's hear it for the boys, because that's all they are, baby. It's boys. That's all, baby.
Yeah. Jimmy they're bonkers today. I mean, he is really, you know, he got Ito in. He pretended like he was not a manager of Ito. I don't care what he says. He dressed up in that costume in there and double deal Austin Idol. Then they turn around and lose the belt. And I think it's more than Jimmy's mind could comprehend. Batten in the air, slammed down. Tojo and Hart over on the side of the ring, while Ito and the Animal really busting away on Mark Batten. This is an expiration of time match. Our time running down as we still have some left. And it has been a marathon of rule violations by Ito and the Animal. Right now, a chokehold. The referee finally got broken.
Mark Batten has been in there for a long, long time. They kept Johnny Wilhoit in for almost 3 minutes. Now Batten has been in for longer than that. Wilhoit has been watching from the corner. He's thrown into the ropes, over the rope, and the referee, yes, sir. Referee rules that a throw over the ropes. That's exactly what it was. And a disqualification on the Animal and Ito. Tojo Yamamoto, after the match ends, jumps into the ring. He's been watching all of this, and he starts firing the chops at Ito and the Animal. Jimmy Hart not in the ring. Jimmy Hart hanging back down here by ringside, but Tojo is really working on his team.
Both of the new generation are out of it. Johnny Wilhoit was fired over the top rope, and Mark Batten is in bad shape. He was brutalized by Ito and the Animal. Wilhoit limping around as Tojo fortunately jumped in the ring and unloaded on him. Johnny coming around, he hurt his hip or his leg or something, but Mark Batten, goodness, I don't know what happened to him. He really was brutalized by Ito and by the Animal for the length of time that he was in there. As Dave indicated, he was in there 4 or 5 minutes or so with them just pounding on him, and he is bleeding at the mouth, Dave. I don't know exactly what the cause, but they're going to get him out. Tojo and Johnny trying to get him out with the help of the referee, as Mark Batten in bad shape. That is the first fall of the expiration of time match. I tell you what, let's take a break right here, and as they carry Mark out of here.